There's this whole capitalism, socialism debate in America right now that just really needs to go away because we have stuff we really need to work on. And yes, capitalism is imperfect. It is run by human beings. But what it is freedom. As it says, you can get out there and anything your mind can do, you can do. And socialism says the state will control your mind. So socialism is out. Now, does capitalism have its problems? Yes, of course it does. Everything on earth has its problems, and it is our job to fix them and to make them better and to keep evolving them into something new. Socialism is the past, something we've seen before. It doesn't work. Capitalism propels us into the future. It is fed. If we have more people that are not hungry, that live in decent houses than ever before on the earth, and it's because of capitalism. But there are things we still need to work on. We need to bring in communal responsibility as part of capitalism. How do we do that? How do we really do it? Not just, this silly thing that either you vote for who, you support our cause or else, but how companies, instead of who makes the most money, looking up to that as the most wonderful thing, the real wonderful person is the one who builds a great company, has a wonderful place for people to work, does things to improve the community, makes a product that helps humanity. These kinds of things, because most of those people who, everyone wants to try to do the great thing for 1,000 different reasons. So you'll be, liked and looked at, and all those feelings that you have in high school, they really propel you forward into the future. And if we make those, right now it's just money because that's the capitalist system. And so whoever makes the most money is the coolest. But we change what the coolest is. And then the coolest becomes someone who helps the community, who builds a company that makes everything better for everybody, who really is trying to make a place where people can come to work hard, feel good about what they're doing, and take a living wage home. And so this is, that becomes the model instead of, just Apple, who makes the coolest equipment ever, but shipped all those jobs to China. Well, that becomes a factor in discussing what your company is instead of just what products do you make. We can really change capitalism if we start looking at it and trying to make it better instead of throwing up our hands and pretending like it doesn't work and we're going to go back to some other system. That's a fearful way to approach a serious problem. Let's do the brave thing, the American thing, the home of the brave, right? And people who don't want to go with the bravery, those of us that are brave enough to step out into that no man's land will be so loud and so powerful that they'll finally just be quiet and they'll come along too.